I'll go ahead and just reintroduce myself. I'm Christina. I'm the executive director of FBMA. We are preparing for our Women's Summit in September, which we are very excited about. And things are coming along very nicely. We're getting a lot of signups. We have different levels of sign up. If you just want to come on Thursday, you can do that. If you want to come Wednesday and Thursday, there's that full package. And we also are having a separate, our first ever pickleball tournament, thanks to Andrea's great idea. And that's open to men and women. Not that the summit is open to men and women as well. It's by women for all. So we are encouraging gentlemen to join us. But, they get a little scared sometimes of us. So I don't know.
I told my one friend he's going to have to wear a pickleball dress. So
yeah, okay.
he's, I had to bust his chops a little bit. His boss was like, do it.
Yeah, we hope we'll get some faces and some ally faces in there. But we're really excited. We have a very strong lineup of speakers, industry, from all levels of industry, from LBM through construction, women with decades of experience in the industry. And we're very, very excited about this lineup. And in fact, we are so full of speakers that we are turning speakers away. So that's a great thing, but we don't want to turn anyone away. But what we are doing is definitely inviting more people to this conversation. And what we're going to be starting, unfortunately, it didn't work out last week. We had a little snafu. We had to postpone. But what we're going to be starting from next month on is guest speakers on this very short call. And they're going to be speakers who are just giving of their time and their talents to talk about their specialties and how they can help, and maybe some tidbits they can offer in a 30 to 45 minute time frame. And we're calling those career enhancements. And that's going to be free. It's something that we want to keep offering here on these women roundtables, because we need a lot of help, and it shouldn't be a once a year summit. Although we're very excited about this one. I agree. I believe it should be an ongoing conversation that we can all benefit from. So now that we've got a bunch of faces on the call, we're gonna do a little icebreaker this month. And we have Manny, as I introduced him before. He's our social media and tech hero. And if you will work with him, if you get locked out of your portal through the FBMA website, you need Manny. If you have questions about collateral, we're sharing marketing materials, you probably have worked with him. So he's the best and we love him. And so Manny is going to start this game of trivia.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm getting ready to click start here. It's going to be 10 questions, 15 seconds each, and it's going to be 80s and 90s music and movies is the category. So let me click start here, and we should see, it should pop up on everyone's screen here in a second.
Oh, it's making me log in, Manny, so I need just a quick second.
Okay, let me see if I can restart it. Hang on a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think my IT firewall is going to let me play.
I think that could be what it is.
I
Manny.
see.
That's all right.
Okay,
We are trying this for the first time.
Yeah.
So we have little bumps and bruises along the way. But if we don't get it this time, we'll get it next time. This was kind of a last minute idea yesterday, and Manny scrambled to get this working. But
can we do it in the chat? Can we do it in the chat anyway? We could throw our answers in the chat.
Ooh.
So I can. I can give you the questions out loud, and you guys can leave your answers in the chat if you want to do that.
Oh, I'm seeing a little Polly. Oh,
my IT is gonna block it. I'm gonna have to wait for them to answer. I have a real job now. I have a real job now that there's an IT department. So. It's very official, very official.
Well, we're going to skip it this time, Manny. I apologize, everyone, but we tried. We're trying. It's all good. But starting with today, we asked Tamara from Built America magazine to be our speaker today. And she's going to tell a little bit about her story and how she kind of ended up where she is. and why she loves it. And also, she's going to talk about some of the opportunities that are built into our sponsorships for this summit, and some of the great things she has going on at Built America Magazine. So, ladies and gentlemen, Tamara Mathers, right? I get the last name right?
Tamara Bellamy.
Bellamy. There's like a Mara and there's a yes. And
Yeah.
I'm always getting you two. I'm sure that happens every day. So I apologize.
It's okay. Thank you, Christina. I appreciate the introduction. And forgive me, guys, because I don't do a lot of speaking on video. A lot of the stuff that I do is on the phone. So I'm going to try and make sure I don't ramble for too long. Or look crazy when I'm speaking. But for those who don't know me, I am the CEO of Built America Magazine. I am also the president of Harrison Kelly Media, which produces and publishes Built America Magazine. When it comes to my journey, I mean, I guess it is incredibly essential to what we're building today because I am a woman in business, and I've been in publishing for probably about 16, maybe 17 years now. And I actually got my start anywhere near publishing. I actually got my start in collections, ironically, for banks, which is really where I actually gained a lot of my confidence to be on the phone and talk to people. Because when I had started, I remember being like, I don't know, 19, 20 years old and waiting every 5 minutes to pick up the phone and just talk to anybody, like to think about what am I going to say? How am I going to talk? Terrified of who was going to be on the other end. And that position is really, collections, I don't know if you guys know, but it is also a male dominated field. And so all of the people that were beside me and with me and my boss included were all men. And so all of my advice, all of my peers, all of my skill building and learning, like all really came from the men of that industry. And that is really where I gained my confidence to be able to just casually speak to people and have those conversations. And ultimately, after working in collections for a while, I received an opportunity to move to Singapore and work for a magazine that was strictly business. So it included majority construction. It included medical, franchise, food and bev, travel and tourism, and it was North American. So Canada and the US, and then also Australian and South Pacific as well. So I had spent a good few months learning how to do business development and advertising sales for this publication until excelling to the point where I then came back to North America and ran the North American magazine as the director of business development. But it wasn't easy. Obviously, that was also another male dominated field that I was in. And I did have to go. I mean, all of you guys are leaders in the room, so you don't need me to tell you that resilience is really the hat that we all wear when it comes to building our careers. And so I really did have to kind of fight my way to prove, that I was capable, that I deserved the same amount of pay, that, I didn't have to be babied, I wasn't fragile, and all of these things. But I did build my way up, and I did have a lot of people that did come in and mentor me and support me. And I ended up running 2 different publications in B2B, and ultimately led me to a construction focused one entirely that was US and Canada and Australia, which was my last position before starting on my own. From there, though, I had really found that there was something missing in the industry. And for me, it took me a while to sit back and figure out, what is my place in the B2B market? Because my personality type is very like emotions based. And I didn't want to just, sell ads for the rest of my life that, I didn't know what sort of success or exposure that person would get, and just have it be a monetary transaction. I found myself wanting more and wanting to be more impactful. And I've always been, again, an emotional writer. I got my start as a kid writing like poetry and little short stories, and then never taking that anywhere until I got into publishing and started proofreading and editing. But the birth of Built America really comes from my family going through their own construction experience, where we lived in a 5-generation home, and a contractor had completely ripped off my parents for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and we had almost lost our home. And a celebrity builder at the time, who wasn't a celebrity yet, I don't know if any of you have heard of him, his name is Mike Holmes, overheard my parents talking in the grocery store about their situation in line, and then offered to come in and help. And so he actually gave my parents their home back, therefore my home back. And we were the pilot episode for that show. And this is all relevant because that story kind of came to mind around the time that I was thinking of doing this and starting my own journey. And it was important to me to highlight people that are genuinely in construction for all of the right reasons, because there are so many businesses in construction. It's so saturated, and it's sometimes very hard to tell, you know, when you're trying to make relationships and trying to build that trust with companies, who is genuinely doing these things for the right reasons and not just for monetary gain, right? Because there are so many companies ready to just throw up cookie cutter homes, McMansions, and whatever, and not really consider the client, not really consider the supplier, and you know, what have you. So for me, it became thinking of that memory and then thinking, how can I make a publication that's me, but also still very strongly B2B and not your typical business style of B2B, where we're talking about emotions and journey first, and then weaving in business to business in a hybrid fashion, so that we can figure out who the person is behind the company and the people that are leading that company, and then also understand what makes that company successful, so that anybody reading the article is going to understand who that person is by the time they get to the end of it, and therefore may want to have a relationship with them. Because I don't know about you guys, but I think that all of us in any situation, not just construction, in any sort of relationship that you're trying to build, trust is like the number one factor in you deciding ultimately to make that decision. So trust is really the main mission behind what we do at Built America Magazine. And it started genuinely bootstrapped. Like, we had zero lending. I was learning how to do web dev, creative, graphics, writing, proofreading, everything. It was just me behind a computer for a while in the beginning. And the only thing I had was clients that I'd worked with in the past that were like, yes, we'll help you. Like, we'll come in and we'll support so you can make your first few issues. And then people that had subscribed knowing that I was making that move because I had spent a lot of time networking. And then from there, it grew into what it is today. Now we have 278,000 subscribed readers across the South and the West of the US. And we partner with major organizations, including the FBMA, but also the Small Business Administration, NAWIC. We have a partnership with DAP and Rolex, and all of these huge companies that sometimes I sit back and I'm like, wow, I can't even believe that some of these companies have even taken phone calls from me, and I've ever got them on the phone before, and let alone they're in the magazine and they're happy and they're impressed with the work that we've ultimately done. And I don't want that to sound like cocky or conceited, but it's nice to look back and see where we started and to see where we've come and how much success has come from just trying to be yourself in journalism and not sort of follow the general way that journalism goes in order to just become successful. And especially in the United States, there are a lot of publishing agencies, there are a lot of magazines, and you really do have to carve your way into the world so that people can see you. And I like to say during most of my meetings with my staff that we don't beg to sit at tables. We build our own tables and we sit at those, and those are stable, and therefore people will come and want to be part of it. And that's just how we move at Built America. And that's also why this particular book that we're creating for the summit is so important, because it really is about elevating women in the industry. And it's not just about the women, but it's also about the businesses and the partnerships and the industries that are helping move that forward. And again, you guys don't need to be told that leadership requires resilience. I've already said that. You know that, and you understand what it means to make decisions that affect employees and clients and projects and long-term growth. And you understand the importance of reputation and relationships and being positioned in the right rooms with the right people. And that's really why we want this edition to be more than just a collection of profiles. So right now we have major partnerships for this particular book with the SBA. Kelly Loeffler's coming in to offer a profile piece about herself in the industry. We have the president of NAWIC, Rita Brown. We have Rita Ferris, the president of the Northeastern Retail Lumber Association. We have Sherilyn Harley Labon, who is a partner at Cohen Seglius, but she has a very long-standing speaking career, and she used to also work for the SBA and on Capitol Hill. She works in government contracting. And then we also have Rena Cliet, who is an insane real estate development individual who has so much to offer when it comes to insight into the industry. And so we really are backed by like some really insane organizations and women that have really built their way to the top and have so much to offer in terms of advice, that now we're looking to fill the remaining editorial slots with companies that we feel deserve to be aligned with those individuals. And so we're only really looking to fill around 8 slots. We have 3 remaining. So that would be 3 8 to 10 pages talking about the individual that is running the company and their journey, and then also the company itself and its successes and why essentially it deserves to be spotlighted. So with that, we're looking to fill those three slots. We also have advertising slots available for anyone who's looking to support the issue, which would be anywhere from like a quarter page to a double page all the way up. And so that leads me to, if any of you guys that are listening to me speak today are interested in supporting the issue and want to contribute to it and be a part of it, please feel free to contact me or Christina or Andrea and just let us know whether it's a small ad, a large ad, whether it's an article mention, whether it's you want a whole profile piece, or you know someone that deserves to be highlighted and might want 8 to 10 pages to talk about themselves to be aligned with these incredible women that are in this book. Reach out to me. Honestly, I want to hear from you. I want to know everybody's stories. And I really want this book to be probably arguably one of the most important I think we've ever created. So that's, I hope I did well in my explanation of who I am and what we're trying to do here, but that is my TED Talk. And thank you, Christina, for giving me the platform to ramble for the last 5 minutes.
No, I loved it. I learned so much about you, and it really speaks to resilience. Like, wow. I mean, from going from collections to where you are now is an insane ride. Like the collections would terrify the bejesus out of me, right? Yeah. Like
it's scary
to make those calls. It is very scary. So I commend you on like turning that into such a positive experience, because for most people, I bet they leave that job bitter, like, you know, and angry.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But you turned it into this incredible success story, and the way you got into the construction aspect of it is so heart-wrenching and, you know, and heart fulfilling at the same time. Mm-hmm. So I commend you on all that you've done and your success, and you know, we love doing business with you. You're amazing, and your team is great. And so thank you very much. That was great. I hope everyone enjoyed that. That was really great story. And what a public speaker you are. My goodness.
Am I?
Yes, I was enthralled through the whole thing. It's amazing. So thank you very much. Yes, it was great. Thank you again. And thank you to all you ladies for joining us. I don't want to take too much of your time. These are going to be more impactful every month. So spread the word to your teammates and, you know, colleagues in the industry. We're really trying to grow something here that, you know, a half hour, 45 minutes out of your month can maybe give you that boost that you need. And if anyone has any questions, you all have my contact information. Please reach out. I saw a bunch of you put your contact information in the chat, so please screenshot that if you need it. But thank you again, and hopefully we'll see you next month for our next calls. And then September is our big event. So join us. It's going to be really fun and exciting. We're making it fun, but very meaty. There's going to be a lot of really great stuff to walk away with. So, all right. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. And we'll talk to you all soon.
This is a good
Yep.
one.
Thanks,
I
guys.
like
Take
it.
care.
This was great.